Hello, everyone. Attack Power here with Game 2 between Homer and Farid Rommel in the September monthly semi-final. I discovered that it was the final and it wasn't. Whatever. Let's dive right in here to Tali Inhantala. And on the left in the red, we have Homer playing 43rd Reserve on Flatline Income. And on the right in the blue, we have Farid playing Panzergrenadier GrossDeustchland on Maverick Income. So apologies in advance. My voice is in a horrible shape. I'm just praying to God I don't lose it because gosh knows I got to keep the streak going. So yeah, apologies for lower excitement level, vocal excitement level and inflection. This is kind of all I got right now. Hopefully it's giving you the sexy radio guy vibe and not the sick bed patient vibe. But anyway, diving in here, 43rd Reserve. We've seen this division a lot. This has really been like, I don't know, I feel like this division has just been the belle of the ball this tournament. We've seen it several times. So same with strengths and weaknesses, we keep saying, it's not great recon tab, very small. BA-10s are nice, but doesn't change the fact you barely get anything. Your infantry tab is great at the things it does. You get the Strafniki officers, which are really good. You get Sapri Rocks, which are really good. But then after that, I mean, you only have Sapri. Like, that's it. You get a card at tankers as well. He's not even bringing the Cherno card, so, like, it's literally just Sapri for everything. But he's got it built pretty deep with 76 infantry and 2 C phase cards of Sapri. Your tank tab, IS-2's locked to B and C phase, but you got them, and there's plenty of them. You get T-34 76s, but just a card of those, and then the T-34 85. So a really nice, well-rounded tank tab for sure. The support tab, phenomenal. SU-122s and SU-152s, 2 cards of those. Your AT tab is meh, but it doesn't need to be very good with your tank tab. Your AA tab is a big problem for the deck. You only have 85 mils, so that's painful, and these really function better as AT pieces than they do as AA pieces. You basically got to like spam them out to really have them be any effect at all. Your RD tab has essentially nothing. It's just mortars. So really bad. And your air tab is pretty solid. No fighters here, but we do see the Yak-9Bs, which are really solid fighter bombers, and the IL-4, although I'm pretty sure the cluster in the Yak-9B is pretty meh. I can't remember for sure. And the IL-2KR is a phenomenal strafer plane. Well, it's still one of the best in the game in terms of like recon plane that can do it. Hopping over to the other side here, Panzergrenadier GrossDeustchland, a personal favorite of mine. I mean, it's like a step off of an infantry division, truth be told. It lacks the CQC to be an infantry division, but it's got like a huge infantry tab. Your recon tab, really quite good because you get the Aufklar Panzer 38Ts, and then he's bringing the Panther Ds as well, which is it's nice that they finally fixed the availability on those, so like recon tanks are actually useful. Your infantry tab, phenomenal. For a tank tab, it's pretty phenomenal. You get the GD Pioneers, which actually come with MG42s, which is a nice buff. You get the Sturmgruppe, which are a nice mid-range MP44 unit that can add a little bit of CQC power. Otherwise, it's just Panzergrenadiers and stuff, and Panzergrenadiers are solid. The tank tab is very good, except for the fact you only get 2 cards of medium tanks. You just get a Stug 3 card and a Panzer 4 card, which can feel pretty lacking at times. Otherwise, though, Panthers and Tigers does the job. Your support tab is phenomenal. You have Guerrillas, you get the SDKs at 251s, which are disgustingly good for 25 points, and he's bringing them in B, so he's got 12 of them, so you can prepare for that spam. And he's actually bringing the Flampanzer half-tracks as well. The AT tab, Martyr 3s, he's bringing 2 cards of those. Pack 40s, and he's actually bringing the Pack 41 Gerlich, 75 mil with this massive, I think this is one of, if not the highest penetrating guns in the game. It is a PCR, so it takes multiple shots, and it's only got 1750 meter range, but it is extremely high penetration. Even IS-2s have to be afraid. AA tab, phenomenal with Flak 43s and Flak 88s. Your RD tab is okay. I mean, it's fine. It gets the job done. It's not anything special. And your air tab, really quite weak, and he's actually bringing the JU-87s and not the Focke-Wulfs. Kind of weird. Let's dive in here, though. IL-2KR, early out of Homer. Not sure what the plan is here. This came in at a weird angle. All right, so he's going for a ground attack on this reinforcement road here. But the IL-2 is being kind of dumb. So lucky for Farid, that won't do much. And if you guys enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider checking out the Patreon down below to support the channel. And consider following me over on Instagram if you're an Instagram kind of person. All right, MG42 getting in, but the IL-2 is on it. If you unloads, okay, it's gone. All right, and a Flak 43 unloaded, trying to force off that IL-2. Flak 43 very, very much stronger than Flak 36. Panzergrenadier unloaded in the open here to try to stop these sappy PPSHs, and they are succeeding. Yep. And now it's Panzergrens and, well, I don't know if the Panzergrens are in range, actually. This blob of sappy PPSHs is getting in, and it's really weird to see Homer not pushing over to this forest here. This is the common place to push. And Ferret actually capturing this flag here right now. Yak 9B with his great little bomb loadout, wiping out a Panzergren squad and an MG42. Double Flampanzer coming through. BA-10, though, there to stop it. One Flampanzer down. Martyr 3 in now. Can it finish off the BA-10? It can, but the Flampanzer still goes down to the 45 mil here. Martyr 3 hitting up that SG-43. SG-43 actually winning the fight here against the MG-42. I don't know if they got some sort of support. Zis-3 going down. Ferret, I mean, and we've talked about Ferret's style before. Extremely aggressive, push, exploit openings, and it does pay off often. But it also causes a lot of loss, and we saw all these Flampanzers go down. And while they're not expensive, it's still, I mean, those could have been actually quite useful in a lot of other situations later. Stu-42 now in. That is going after the SG-43s, takes one down. SG-43 goes down here. Though no infantry got into this flag, so this flag might get lost here very soon. Sturmgruppe in the woods, I would not suggest that. These are mid-range only. Town and Yellow Forest. They don't actually fight well in the woods. Now, in combination with this Sturms Pioneer, that might be okay. Like, that might do alright. But neither player committing to much heavy armor yet. It's mostly light stuff. Martyr 3s, here's an SU-122. See an 85 mil in already. Although, here's the thing. Against GD, the lack of AA from 43rd Reserve is, of course, like, not an issue. So that's a big deal. That's not a negative for Homer is a pretty big thing. Like, because one of the biggest weaknesses of 43rd is that AA tab. Like, it's really bad. But if you don't have that problem, that's a big weakness you don't have to deal with. This 3 with its solid HE going to do some damage here. And now Strafniki officer going to unload as well. Yeah, Panzergrenadier needs to fall back. It's going down. MG42 out in the open. Going to lose this fight in the entrenched SG-43. Will the JU get in? It will not. An 85 mil is here in time. Ooh. Oh my goodness. JU-87 is going to get the bombing strike in. That's how bad 85 mils are, guys. Yeah, that's really how bad those are. They're really awful. Like, that's embarrassing. Oh, I think that was a Pioneer. It doesn't matter what it was. I mean, that's a kill. Panther coming in really aggressively. There is no recon here at all. This is a definite mistake here from Ferret. Ferret not bringing any sort of infantry recon at all, which I don't agree with. I think that's a big mistake on his part, deck building wise, especially for Tali. Like, you need recon to spot the opposite forest. So not having that, I think, is going to punish him really bad here. Because this 85 mil will kill this Panther pretty easily, actually. Even the SU-122 might do the job here. It's got a pretty high heat shell. Now, the heat shell is inaccurate. Well, no, it's really not even that inaccurate at 40%. It's no worse than a normal Panther shot. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he deserved that. I'm not going to lie. That was, like, unnecessarily aggressive. Like, I'm not even sure what he was planning to do here with this Panther. And to let an SU-122 pop out and kill like that, that is really backbreaking. I'm sorry for all the throat clears and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I am battling through for you guys. Do not want to miss a video for you. And that's also Ferret's only Panther. Like, that's his only heavy tank for the rest of A phase. He only brought one Panther in A. It's not the Aufklär Panther Ds or in B. I mentioned again, Homer playing that flatline income. The Aufklär Panther 38T goes down. Another Zis-3 in position here. Back 40 moving up. But that'll lose to the Zis-3, actually. Flampanzer's pushing in. Strafniki officer's going to throw down some DP fire. But they got in. I mean, the Flampanzer's put out a lot of flames. Like, there's no question of that. Here comes the Yak, though. Can he see him? I don't know if he can. He can't. He lost sight of him. But now, again, Ferret just pushing. Like, keep him in this town right here. He could have captured that so easily. I understand trying to exploit an opening, but, like, there is a point to, like, just pause. I don't know what's going on with this flag, though. That just turned blue, and it's not even close. Farrad pushing in. I mean, last game we saw Homer's income kind of punish him. Like, he wasn't able to keep up with the Maverick income in B. Now, we're not there yet. And once again, Homer doing really well in A phase. I mean, GD has no chance against 43rd in the woods. Like, there really is, like, no chance at all. The double 85 mil here does stop the JU-87 now. Okay, 45 mil goes down. Farrad does capture this flag here in the town. Farrad on what I would consider the tougher side of the map to get a 15-9. You either gotta, like, capture this upper side here, or you gotta absolutely blow out something. And there's really nothing to blow out. Like, you can capture this, but it's only 2 flags. 242 bounces the T-30-45 shells on the run. Martyr 3 gonna match up. Not the best matchup here. I mean, obviously the Martyr 3 is a lot cheaper, so efficiency-wise it's better, but armor v armor like this, usually the Martyr 3 only wins in, like, yeah, yeah, usually only wins when it gets the, when it catches them off guard, like from Yellow Forest or something. GD Pioneer and Sturm Pioneer here going overwhelmed by the Sapity PPSH. We do see an SDK of Zedin, but it's going out into the open here. Any sort of armor or something can easily kill this stuff. Stu 42 versus 85 mil. Is he in APCR range? I don't think he is. He's not. No. What's the normal AP, though? 145. So it can definitely kill this Stu 42. There's the first penetration. And now the T-30-45 getting involved as well. Stu 42 about to go down here. Does it? Oh, did get the shot off. Lands another hit, but it's still alive. These trades not going great for Perry. He's got a 13-11, but if he sacrifices too much for that, it's all going to fall back in his face. Of course, the Maverick income allows you to play like this, because then B phase comes and you end up with a massive pile of extra points. So you can suffer to trade a little bit poorly in A, but it's still not great. 85 mil does go down now, though. Might open up the south to some more JU-87 strikes. And now the infantry down south overwhelming these units of 43rd, which is pretty good, actually. The double team on the Sapity with the Flamer is going to successfully take out the Sapity before it can throw a grenade. That's pretty big. And now Farrad's push developing down south. Problem is, again, there's nothing to capture. Like, he's captured a lot of territory. This is the only flag he can grab. And all this BA-10 has to do is push forward, and it'll work that off. And now Homer capturing this flag here because, again, this is very easy for Red to get to right here. The other Stu-42 is in. Its heat shell can definitely deal with this T-30-45 if it can get on target in time. Which, so far, oh, transmission damage. Oh, that's a bummer. The SU-122 heat shell doing it. So now both those down. Stug 3 coming in. Again, there's no heavy armor for the time being. Strafniki officers versus the Sturm Pioneer. They're going to win. The Strafniki officers put a lot of damage now, especially with their upgraded PPSHs. So this unit, far more deadly now. Panzer 38T, though, overwhelming that Zis 3. Sapity beats the Panzergren here. And down goes the Zis 3. There's almost no more of those. Alright, Stug 3's got to get in a position to stop this. Flak 43 out in the open. SDK of Zed in trouble too. And Homer fast moving this T-30-45. But here's a Stug 3 here to stop it. Can it get the penetration? It misses its first shot. Flak 43 putting on some suppression. T-30-45 stops now. Gets another APCR hit and crit. Stug misses both shots, which is kind of ridiculous. Sturm Pioneer gets in with its Panzerfaust. The only way he seems to be able to kill these things. And down it goes. Stug missed all 3 shots. That's like horrendous. As I mentioned before, I feel like 3 shots is like the breaker for me. Like, I feel like after 3 shots, a unit should hit. I think you've already gotten kind of boned enough if you miss 3 times. Like, miss 2 times even, but to then miss a 3rd time is like, why is this happening to me? All right, half track going for these SG-43s, getting kind of spammed out everywhere. But there are only 6 of them. Yak 9B, and again, this is a phenomenal bomber for 100 points. It's got a good bomb loadout. It's not expensive. It's fast. Reloads really quickly. Wow. Pack 40 misses. Barry just can't buy a hit right now. There we go. Finally gets a turret stuck. But now there's a fire in the forest, forcing the Pack 40 to move. And it will not get a second. Oh, it does, and it misses again. Oof. Oof. RNGesus appears to be on Homer's side this time. We're now in the B phase. See a Panther D coming in. Stug 3, heavily damaged. This Stug 3 is already dead? Where is it even? Where's its bleeding carcass? Is it over here? These SU-122s have been just phenomenal. Sapperty Dox, though, getting into this common position here, which is going to be really bad for Farad. He cannot stop these. And now, an unfortunate salient has opened up, giving Homer the 14-10. Stug 3, facing off against the SU-85, misses again. My goodness, it's a double-star Stug and hasn't landed a hit. Still no hit. Lordy, lordy. Finally gets a crew killed. All right, my goodness, that Stug was owed that. Panther D, missing. I guess Farad will not be landing a first hit this game. And Farad actually, Homer actually on the 15-9 here, getting a double tick in his flatline income against Maverick. So really impressive there. Yak coming in. Bombs away. Pioneer gets pinned but not killed. And Farad going for an extremely aggressive unloading over here. Like, why is he doing that? This one makes a lot more sense, but this one, like, your town's already falling. I assume he's going to stop when he gets there. Panther goes down to the T-3485. Oh, no, IS-2, excuse me. Didn't see that hiding in there. Hello. Pack 40, going to get some APCR off. Misses. It's close enough the APCR should actually be able to pen this, and it's just failing. So RNGesus is continuing to bless Homer here and punish Farad in just the most painful of ways. Now, that is not to take away Homer's play here. He's playing really well. Keeping Farad on the back foot, exposing weaknesses whenever he finds them. Pioneers did unload. SU-122 is in position to hit these infantry, though. Pioneer goes down already. The Panzer 38T could push over and help out. SU-85 hitting that MG-42. Mortar going to try to take that out. Probably won't. There's a... Okay, so Farad calls in a Hummel. That... not sure about that one. He's under a lot of pressure here in the center, and it's weird that he's calling in a big, expensive artillery piece. Pioneers overwhelm the Avtos Strafniki, but the Fanatical trait holds them up. Fanatical is one of those traits I think people undervalue. It's easy to underestimate how annoying and time-consuming it is to actually have to kill an entire unit. And you can't just surrender it. Like, this is going to survive now. It's going to get another burst off later. It matters. Like, it does have a pretty big effect at the end of the day. Grenades trade, Pioneers dodge, Sapperty can knock because they're not in a building, and down they go. Here comes the SDK of Zed, 251/9Ds. Now, these do have some okay AP shells and stuff, and it takes out that SU-85. Goodness me. Things are so good. 25 freaking points. Panzer IV getting hit by the 85 mil. The 85 mil, like I said, is a really good AT gun, and we're seeing it here. Actually, just a great AT gun. Terrible AA piece. Pack 41 Garlic coming to hunt this IS-2. I've not seen a Garlic actually do much in a game in quite a while. So I'd love to see this actually kill something. That'd be pretty fun. MG-42 goes down to the 120 mil mortar. I think Homer's one of the first people I've seen use a 120 mil mortar in quite a while. And then some random people on quick play. Su-152 kills that SDK. Now, that was damage from the Su-85. The Su-85 did land a single APCR hit, so that is why that died so easily. Will the Panzer 38T claim a victim here? It very well might. No, it noticed. He tries to move it. Can he make that Su-122 re-aim? He can't. Wow, these things have been just phenomenal this game. They've killed tanks, they've killed soft stuff, they've killed everything. Only 3 minutes left to B phase, and Homer was on a double tick until a second ago. Panzer IV coming in. I mean, yeah, Farad has just really not traded anything well. Now there's two. I can't believe 43rd Reserve is like bullying with artillery. That's kind of hilarious. The Hummel is going after this M3A1. A little weird. Oh, Gerlich almost had a chance, but it appears to be slightly out of position somehow. And now it's getting spotted by the SG-43. Save it, SDKFZ. I just want to see the Gerlich do something. No. Don't do it. 88 hitting. Oh, I thought it was shooting at the Su-152. Oh, the PaK-40 is. Oh, and they trade. That is not good for Farad at this point. Killing Su-152s is awesome, but it's not a good trade. It's not a good trade point-wise. Yeah, it's really not. It's only a 10-point, and it's not a good trade positionally right now. Sturmgruppe getting spotted. Yak 9B going shooting down the Ju-87 there. And now Homer on a 16-8 with a cap of these flags over here. And that's the problem with losing this. Opens up a line for Red to push down this road here into this area, which is usually lightly to undefended. So we do see transmission damage here, but I think that's actually the PaK-40 doing all the work. We'll get another APCR off. Yes, it will. And it finishes off the IS-2. Good for that PaK-40. But Homer doing the work over here. Marder 3 goes down. Gudila coming in. Tiger coming in. But my goodness, Farad's force is looking very depleted. And Farad's on Maverick. That's the worst part here. Yeah, and I don't really know what Homer does when these CQC infantry of Homer get dug into the towns and stuff. I mean, Pioneers are meh, and Sturm Pioneers are not anything compared to like these Avto Strafnikis and the Sapri Docs. Not even close. Sturmgruppe gonna lose this. My goodness, these Avto Strafniki are really good now. Their PP Shaws upgraded and now super deadly. Still 59, and Farad surrenders. Might seem early, but honestly, that one I understand. He was not doing well at all. Yeah, that game was going very, very... He was already down 700 kills. And he doesn't have that much of an advantage from his Maverick income, and from that point on, it was only going to get worse with Homer picking up more and more points. So... yeah, I don't see any way Farad turns that one around at all. Excellent game to Homer there. Definitely some RNG love, but it would definitely cannot be taken away of how well he played that game. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed that, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting over on Patreon. Thanks a bunch, and have a fantastic day.